What happened?
What happened? I did not hit the record button. So we just did the second part, and I am horrible at this. I didn't hit the record button, so Bessy did amazing for this whole second part of the podcast that talked about the birth story. All right, do you want to do like another?
Okay, we're doing the birth story. Take 2.
Take 2. Oh, bummer. I'm so sorry. All right, so what I did like, why we get to restart this is because I do want to start with my version of at least some context, which is you had a preemie, the first kid, right? Mm-hmm. Then leading up to your birth, because you started the Braxton Hicks at 35 weeks? No, 30
31.
weeks. 31.
30,
okay,
31.
okay. But before that, why it was significant to you is because you had your ovary removed in the first month of pregnancy.
I was 8 weeks. Well, 2 months.
I thought it was 6.
8,
I guess, okay, we're close. Early in the pregnancy, they remove this organ as the only option to get rid of the pain. Then later in the pregnancy, you're expecting a preemie there, right? So that's where we're at. You're talking about the birth story is around giving the birth. So as you start getting the Braxton Hicks, that's where you want to start it.
Yeah.
So it's still not my version of like all the stuff I researched, and I wanted to get ready. What are the new laws around how these doctors are going to react, how hospitals work, all this stuff, right? So 35 weeks. Go ahead. Start over.
31 weeks.
Sorry,
when the Braxton Hicks started. That was after 4th of July. We came back from a trip to Austin. And I started getting some contractions. And so I freaked out because, like Joseph said, the doctor after the surgery said that because of the surgery that happened, this baby can be a preemie. This baby can come at 36 weeks, like my first one, or even earlier. Mm-hmm. So that was a little bit scary, getting those Braxton Hicks. And I got alarmed. But then we went to the midwife, and then she said that is completely normal, especially like the more pregnancies a woman has, the more common the Braxton Hicks become. And actually it can happen like during the first trimester.
Mm-hmm. Well, you did learn more around just those days that you had the first experience of the Braxton Hicks.
Yeah.
Okay.
I knew about the Braxton Hicks. I just didn't experience it with the first pregnancy, so that was new.
Okay, so you didn't experience the first pregnancy. You experienced it the second one, and you read about it, but you were still slightly concerned that is this going to lead to labor because of
the surgery and because of having a preemie.
Got it.
The first time.
All right, so then when you were first experiencing them, we didn't go to the midwife right away. You had called. They said, okay, follow up if it gets stronger and the time gets closer.
Yeah.
And then
we had an appointment the following week. So
right. And then before that, it calmed down the next day, subsided, is because when we were in Austin, so we're at our friend's house, it's colder. Our diet slightly changed. We had the long drive there, long drive back. And there's a lot going on too. We didn't go out a lot either.
No.
Yeah, because it was those floods were happening.
It was raining a lot.
Yeah. So then we're inside the whole time and it's cold. So probably didn't hydrate a lot and we had a lot less salt, electrolytes and stuff like that.
So dehydration is a common
trigger
for the Braxton Hicks.
Yeah. So you had that first experience of the Braxton Hicks, and you talked to the midwife, and then you had it several more times, right?
Yeah, they kept going, but then I think around 34 weeks, I don't remember exactly, when the mucus plug came out too.
Okay.
So there was like a lot of little things happening, and then I think it was around 35 weeks. When I started having contractions again, but this time these contractions were more intense, a little bit more intense than the Braxton Hicks, and they were happening more often. And they were always happening like around 1 a.m. to 2 a.m. And but there was a point where I had like a false alarm, we can call it, where I called the hospital saying that it's happening. That was on a Saturday too. Was it a Saturday? I think it was a Saturday or a Sunday when your parents came.
Okay, that was like the pre-domo labor. That was like the third or fourth time where it was almost like it was a pre-labor because they were actually
pre-labor.
Stronger contractions and it was the same thing. What they do is you're going...
It's normal.
Yes.
The body is getting ready.
Right. And it was the same thing we did, is trying to get you hydrated, electrolytes, stuff like that, because that's what the midwife says is that...
No, but that day you didn't sleep the night before.
Yes.
So you went to bed early, like at 8. And the contractions started like at 10. And I didn't want it to wake you up. I was like, I need to let him rest. So he's like, well rested if it actually happened. So I called the hospital on my own. Then I called your parents to come because I was sure it was happening. I was like, I'm going to wake him up once I feel like it's ready. So yeah, I let you sleep. And then I think you woke up when your parents got here.
Yeah.
Then once you woke up and once your parents got here at 3 a.m., the contractions stopped, completely stopped. So yeah, that happened around 35 weeks, I think. And yeah, again, the midwife and all research, everything was normal. Supposed to. Actually, everybody kept telling me that it's good. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't like it.
Well, it was a new experience for you.
Yeah, it was a new experience.
But it's not as strong as labor and difficult and all those other things. So it's actually good for the body is getting ready.
Yeah, that's what they said, that the body's getting ready. It was just always the same amount of pain. It just kept happening like every 20 minutes, every 30 minutes, or every hour, and like that. But the pain never progressed. So I was like, I don't know. It has for it to be labor, actual labor. That contractions need to get more painful. So that wasn't happening.
Well, that's it right there. If anybody's having a kid, right, or the next time if you're going to have another kid, when you start getting closer to that phase, you just familiarize yourself with the length of contractions, how long is it, and then between contractions, how long is it, and that's it. You just kind of know that math there, and then you'll know what to do. And of course, you got all the other things that coincide with it. Mucus plug, the water break. What else are you feeling?
It's a combination of it.
Yeah, because obviously if you're feeling pain with contractions, that's scary. Like you definitely don't want to mess around with that.
Blood or pain.
Yeah.
That's the two things that...
Big signs there.
Yeah.
All right, so...
And water breaking too, because that's the thing that this... during this pregnancy, the main trigger was the water breaking.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. It's
because that's what we were waiting for the water to break. Because with Lou, that's how everything started, with the water breaking.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking this one, you've described it before as like, this was like a movie.
Like how they put it in the movies. The water breaks. Everyone freaks out.
Get all packed up, get to the hospital, and then the baby comes
and then the baby comes. And that's how it actually happened. But I wasn't expecting to happen. Or my main thing is that everything during this pregnancy, during the whole experience, was opposite with Lou. So everything was so different.
As far as feeling, because no, I wouldn't say opposite, but it was what you had before. But in addition, you had the Braxton Hicks. You had a 1 week edition, right? But it was also a preemie. Well, no, it wasn't. This one was a preemie. This was early labor, or excuse me, early term.
Early. Okay, I don't remember. I think
it was a full term.
No.
They have a chart for it.
Yeah, they have a chart.
So they have
depends on the week.
Preemie, right? Was that
preterm? That's what.
Yeah, preterm, and then early term.
Early term. I think. I think so too. But yeah, it was 37 weeks, and then that day at 2 a.m., the same thing happened. My friends had a baby shower plan for me, and I had to cancel it because of everything that was happening. Like, I could go on labor any day. And it's funny because the baby shower was on a Saturday and the baby was born on a Saturday. And I was thinking, like, maybe we should do the baby shower that Saturday.
I remember telling you not to do anything like that. I'm like, no, I don't. And also, I remember telling you not to drive places too far without me, because if I had to get
20
to you,
minutes.
then I have to wait for an Uber, and then I have to get to you, and then I have to get to the hospital. And I didn't want you giving birth without me, because then you got all the things that the hospital can do without me there. Like, they can try to administer pain management. They can try and say, hey, you already had a C-section, where it's like, no, she didn't. She had a C-section, but not into the uterus. And then we want to administer IV. We want to administer drugs. Like, all those different things. It's like, I don't want you without me, because I need to facilitate this stuff, right? Make sure we're doing our actual birth plan, right?
Yeah.
So,
Well, and that was the best thing too, because how everything happened. Well, let's get to there.
well, you want to get to it right now?
No,
Okay.
so that day at 2 a.m., I started the same contractions again
What day?
when the baby was born.
So we're on the 16th right now.
Yeah, we're in the 16th already on a Saturday.
All right.
So the same contractions, but this time it lasted a whole day, but the amount of pain, it wasn't progressing. It was like the same amount of pain, just like every hour. I think in the morning it started like every 2 hours or something, because we were doing the same normal thing that we do every Saturday. We go for a walk and we go to the farmer's market, and then the lady that we buy the meat from, she asked me, when are you gonna give birth? It seems like you've been pregnant for too long. And I'm like, my answer was, hopefully today, without knowing. And yeah, but I think like around 3, the contractions were more, in time.
They were getting closer together?
Closer in time.
Okay.
Yeah, but the pain wasn't increasing.
Got it.
It was the same amount of pain, but just closer in time. So I shower, I got my hair done, I did some pictures, and I pretty much got everything that I needed ready just in case. And then at 6, we call your parents to let them know what was happening. But you thought that it wasn't gonna happen.
Did you were already filling them?
Just more often.
Okay.
But the same amount of pain.
You have pain, and then you have length of contraction, and then you have length between contractions. So the length of contraction and then the pain were staying the same, but then they were getting closer together.
Closer together.
Okay.
That's why
closer, but still like long apart, right? Was it still like, how long apart were they? 20 minutes?
Yeah,
okay.
like 20, 30 minutes.
All right. So yeah, I didn't think you were going to labor.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, it's Saturday again. So it was the same with last time. I was like, why do you want to go to labor on Saturday? This makes it difficult. But
the baby wanted to come on a weekend.
Yeah, fine. If we had better weather this time than last time. Last time it was really cold. So you're about to go in labor. You called parents. 5.
So yeah, we called
them. You want him to come, and then.
No, I was kind of like unsure. I just wanted to let them know what was happening. Then your mom was like, we were like, we're not sure if we want you guys to come yet. But then your mom was like, no, we're going, because of the mucus plug came 2 weeks ago. She put it together that she wanted to come. Yeah.
So I believe they're already on their way as we started getting into labor.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was like 8 is when I called them and I said, how? No, it wasn't 8.
No, it was 9.
No, it was like 8 when I was like, yeah, you need to come out. And they're like, we're already on the way. Something like that.
I don't remember.
Because it was 9 when we got to the hospital?
No, like 9:30. 9 is when the water broke. And that's the thing. So I was doing my normal night routine with Lou. I got him ready for bed. And I was reading with him. You were in your office. And I was reading a book with him, trying to put him to sleep. And that's when my water broke out of the nowhere.
I remember, yeah.
Yeah, I like if when a balloon pops, like a pop, or like a bubble, like a bubble. And then a lot of water came out. And then the pain that I couldn't move. So I sent Lou to get you. I was like, Lou, go get your dad. I have a lot of pain. So I came and got you. Then you helped me get up, went to the bathroom. And that's when the real thing started.
Right. Is that when we checked? No.
Yeah.
No. Okay. Well,
No.
I think you sped it up a little bit. So there's this part
you
where
didn't checked.
Yeah, there's this part where you thought it was really starting, and I was like, okay, well, we have time, right?
Yeah, he was like, we still have time. We're good.
Yeah, we're not gonna rush to the hospital. It's too early. I don't want them to try and give you more stuff to speed it up. And then you wanted me to check, and I was like, yeah, it's so early.
No. After my water broke and I got the contraction, I don't know if it was just pain that I couldn't move.
Yeah.
When the water broke. So you got me to the bathroom. And then once I was sitting in the bathroom, a contraction hit me really hard. And then they started like hitting me really hard. And that's when I told you, I think you should check. Because these contractions are...
Oh, I remember now. You
it's
wanted
like
me to
that
call,
pain.
You wanted me to call the hospital. I called the hospital. Let them know. Like, we're starting, right? That way they can call our midwife because she had to drive in. So called, let them know they were starting because I wanted to wait. I don't want to get her all riled up if we're not actually going to labor. Then it was intensifying. And I think it was how long was it? 30 minutes?
Like 30 minutes.
Before we checked?
No. It was less than that because I remember that once the water broke, the contractions, the pain got really, really intense and more often. Okay. It's like every 5 minutes or something like that.
But you
every 7 minutes. I remember we checked. It was every 7 minutes.
But you laid back down the bed. You wanted me to check. And then I was going to check on the bed, but it wasn't as comfortable. And then you went back to the toilet. Did you go back to the toilet? You went back to the toilet, and I checked, and it was like
6, 7.
No. That's right. Went to check, and I was like, "How come I can't get in here?" It's like it's already pushed out too far. It was like already felt like something was crowning. I was like, "No way! There's no way!" And then sure enough, I could feel. I was like, "This is already like the size bigger than a quarter." She's already more than like 5 or 6 centimeters. And then I was like, I called grandparents. I was like, "Are you guys almost here?" Like this, I thought she was just starting active labor, but she's already like 6 or 7. And so we went straight to the hospital.
We got everything ready. We got Lou ready.
Well,
and you wanted to wait for your parents.
I got everything in the car.
You got everything in the car.
And everybody in the car, and then we started going.
And the water just kept coming like a lot.
All right, so we get in ER. They rush you over as soon as we get.
No way. So you wanted to wait for your parents. They say they were like 15 minutes away from the house when we were ready in the car.
Yeah.
Because we wanted to leave Lou with your parents here in the house.
Okay, that's a big part, yeah.
But then I was like, no, let's go. This is too much. It's too much pain and too often. And so we start driving and you wanted to turn around.
Because they were at the house.
Because they were at the house and you wanted to come and drop Lou.
Yeah. Well, it's difficult. Anybody would think about this too. You're getting into the ER. You have the child with you. And you're trying to get Mom into the ER.
Yeah, because we didn't know if they were going to allow Lou.
Wasn't worried allowed. I was more worried about, I got to move you into the ER. I have him in the car. I can't leave him in the car. And then the other part is what's going on with the ER. Where am I moving the car? And then he's sleepy. Right? So I got to carry him.
It was time for him to
but I also have to push you. And the bag.
Yeah, it was too much to handle at the same time.
Yeah, not too much, but I would have preferred if grandparents were there that it was like another hand.
Yeah.
But it was, now if we try to do it again with 2 kids and I have to push you, then it's like, at that point, it's like, it's a little difficult. And I don't want to drop one of the kids when they're trying to sleep. And then I'm at the ER and it's like a big mess.
We did it though.
All right, so we're in the ER.
You went and grab the chair.
I grabbed a chair. You
put
get in
me
there.
in. You got me.
I grabbed Lou, put him in there with you. And then I go to move the car because it's parked in the ambulance area. So I move it. They already take you over there. I get up there and everybody starts assembling and they measure her and she's 8 centimeters. It's like, holy moly. She's active labor, like within like an hour. And I was like, oh my gosh.
No less. It was like 40 minutes the most.
I give it an hour from water breaking to us being there. It's about an hour. Yeah. Cause that's fast. That's fast to get to 8 centimeters from nothing's happening, because I was expecting 3 hours before I would begin you the hospital.
And the thing is that with Lou, the water broke at 11 a.m. in the morning. Just the water coming really slow all day. And Lou was born the next day at 8 a.m. So it was like 20 hours with Lou from the water breaking to, that's how long it was.
Yeah, water breaking. Sorry. But
no contractions, no contractions.
Labor. No.
Yeah, no labor, not at all.
When you said 20 hours, I was just thinking like you had I think 6-hour labor the first time.
Yeah,
and then the second time you had.
But that's when the contraction started.
Yeah.
But the water breaking, it broke with no contractions or not anything else. So I was just doing a bunch of stuff once the water broke, because I knew it was obviously a sign that Lou was coming. But this time the water broke and boom, it's like she was ready to come out.
Yeah.
Right when the water broke.
So where are we at now? We're at the hospital. 8 centimeters dilated. You're on the bed. We got Lou there. Grandparents, they're outside. They haven't come inside yet. And then where do you want to keep going from here?
So the grandma came in to grab Lou to bring him home. But then Lou didn't want to leave. I was just there screaming like crazy.
You know what? Do you want to do this part of the story? Because I feel like you're so focused on what you were doing that you're not even going to explain some of the stuff correctly. You're there in labor, right? Focused. So yeah, grandma's there, and grandma didn't come in to take Lou home. That's kind of what she was there for. We're waiting for midwife. They want to hook you up for IV. I'm already planned for that. Like, we don't need IV. We don't need blood work. We've already done the first and third trimester tests. We don't need to do your test. And then they're all surprised. Like, what is going on here? Who is this guy? And then when we've never had what was the lady said? She's been doing it for 20 years and she never had anybody tell them they're not doing any IV. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. I don't know what your experiences are, but we don't need an IV. We don't need blood work. Like, she's already 8 centimeters. You guys already checked that. But you're not going to put any chemicals in her because she's already, baby's already about to come out. So
yeah, I didn't even think about at all about I already knew that I didn't want the epidural.
Okay, pain management.
Yeah, because everybody says like, you think you don't want it, but then once you're feeling the real pain, that's when most women change their mind. And that's what happened during the first with Lou too. But for this second pregnancy, I feel like I learned more about it.
Yeah.
And I was like 100% sure I didn't want it. But at the same time, there was like a little thing in my mind, like, I don't know. I cannot be like saying no to it right now because I don't know how I'm going to feel when I'm feeling like the strong contractions. But yeah, during those 2 hours of labor, I didn't even think about the epidural or anything, like doing anything to, like you say, I didn't even remember that we could do the gas, whatever.
Well, that's what I was going to mention right now. You brought up this topic about epidural, and that's pain management, but you have all these different versions of things that they can do. One is they just put you on the IV and they start pumping you full of, why is that word just left me? It's not oxytocin, but it's a synthetic Pitocin. The synthetic version. There's the other part is like once they get the IV in you, at that point, if they're going to give you anything else, they could just put it in your IV. And I don't like that because it ends up becoming like a highway for whatever they want to put into you, rather than administering like into your arm, and then every single time you're getting something else injected in you. So pain management, you got the main thing would be nitrous.
That's what we wanted it. Right. Or that's what I thought I was going to do for sure.
Right. But at 8 centimeters, you're not doing anything because baby's already here. So you don't start thinking about pain management at 8 centimeters. At that point, you need to get in position and just baby comes out. So I'm already ready for that. You didn't, like you said, you didn't even think about it. Right. But then midwife gets there and we learned afterwards that they didn't have the hose that she needed. She tried to use it like the day before, and they didn't have
No,
it
she said early in the morning that
earlier.
day. Uh-huh.
Okay, and it was broken or gone or something. So
even if I wanted
nitrous, you wouldn't be able to get it. Yeah, and
well,
nitrous
good
is
thing I
something
didn't
like
need it.
I guess for pain management, that's something you would just ask for. I would say that would be like one of the first ones that.
Yeah, if you want to have like a really natural birth with no epidural or anything.
Well, natural is natural. Pain management is intervention. Anytime you do any medical intervention, you're no longer natural. But if you want something that is not going to, make you stick a needle in your spinal cord or potentially cause you serious harm, I would say nitrous is probably going to be the better one.
Mm-hmm.
Because
so the safest, or
maybe
with no what's the word?
What?
No,
they all have risks.
Yeah, with no risk. That's what I was gonna say. With no risk.
Yeah. So they could cut you open, C-section, remove the baby like it's not part of a normal process of being alive, or you can roll it back there. You still have the one where they're going to put it into your spinal cord, and you have like serious risks with that, numb everything down here. Both of those are wild to me, but they're all administered by an anesthesiologist. But the better one that you can get would probably be nitrous. None of them are natural still, but the nitrous one, that's one most people are familiar with, right? You go to the dentist and they're giving you some nitrous so they can do some type of surgery.
Is that what they call the laughing gas?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
And the one with that is that they're pretty good at administering it. This was like a common practice up until like the 70s or whenever they stopped doing it around then. So it just makes way more money for medical interventions such as C-section. That's the biggest one that they recommend. And then putting a needle into your spinal cord.
I've been very fortunate then to not to
use it. Yeah, of course.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you're there.
I just go to the hospital to push.
Yes. Grandma's there. Lou's there. Yeah, everybody was kind of cool.
Yeah, I thought that one of the nurses said that Lou couldn't be there, but then the midwife was like, no, he's okay, he can stay.
There was a version of that. None of the nurses ever said that. He couldn't be there. But I saw like in the face of one of the nurses, they were like kind of upset that he was there. Mm-hmm. Like when I was tending to him, like, hey, Lou, just sit over here. They're just like, kind of like, why is he here? Mm-hmm. Right? And then I'd be holding him and like, hey, do you want to come over here near mama? And then I've seen this. You see this in a lot of videos, like a woman's having birth in public and they're trying to cover it up. And it's like, I don't know, every human being alive at one point came out of a vagina. Like this isn't, it's not an indecent thing that people are experiencing. Now, if a woman wants to be please cover me up. Like I don't want people seeing this, or I don't want it on video or something. I guess it could be preference if they're asking for it. But the thing with a child seeing it, same thing. It's not traumatic. This is a natural process. Yeah.
Everybody that I know that I've told them that Lou was there, everyone's like, wow, that's so cool. But if I know a lot of women that do the home birth, a lot of them have their kids there.
Yeah.
If they have older kids, they have their kids.
Yeah.
I think it's important. I will do the same thing too if in the future I do a home birth, especially for girls. I think that as a woman, I would have liked to see that. Mm-hmm. No matter the age.
Yeah. Well, it'd be the same if someone had like a farm and you see all the animals having birth. That'd be like an early process for kids to see it. And then if you actually see it with a mother, that'd be even better. Mm-hmm. But there's this version. Here we go back to the story at the hospital. So Lou's there. You're going through this process.
So yeah, pretty much Lou and Grandma were there the whole time. Yeah.
And Lou's kind of getting upset because we're trying to make him leave, right? Because one of the doctors or one of the nurses there kind of felt like they didn't want him there. But no one ever said that though. Oh, okay. So we can't put that on there. I thought that the only thing we had a bunch of, there was probably like 5 or 6 people in there. And I don't know if it was because...
There was a lot of nurses in there.
Yeah, there was a bunch in there. And I don't know if it was because of me because I was like, no IV, no this, no that. We don't want anything. And they were like, we need some other eyes in here on this. What's going on? But midwife show up and she quieted everything. And she was really calm and perfect. And then, so the Lou thing where Lou's going to leave, Lou's not going to leave. And Lou didn't want to leave. He wanted to stay there.
Yeah, I want to stay there.
And he wasn't upset.
No.
But the main thing is when we went to have Lou leave, right, so he can go sleep, and he didn't want to leave, and the midwife was like, put him up here. He wants to be up here with mama. And then right when we did that, you calmed down, like you were breathing better because the midwife was trying to help you on your breathing. And because I wasn't able to focus with you on breathing and doing anything because I'm trying to help with Lou, whether or not he wasn't upset until we were trying to tell him to leave. Okay. And I do want to add again, while I'm doing all the talking right now, is because you were actively trying to push a baby out of you and you weren't really paying attention to any of this part. So grandma's taking baby Lou out. Lou's getting upset. Midwife says, keep the baby here, keep Lou here, put him up with mom. Mom starts breathing better. And Lou calms down and he's like, you can do this. And he's getting kind of like supportive. She turns you over. Lou's staying up there the whole time. I think he was still sitting you at the time I caught the baby, right? Did he stay up there the whole time? Or did he eventually get down?
No, because I got on. So
when you turned on your side.
when I got to the hospital, or when I got on the bed at the hospital, I didn't want to lay down on my back, how they usually do it. I knew that I wanted to do another position.
Yeah.
So I was on my knees, holding the back,
Call it headboard.
the headboard of the bed. So that's how I did most of my labor for an hour or even less. It wasn't that long. And then right like a few minutes before Lucy was born, the midwife suggested to lay on my side and to lift my leg. Because for some reason I was pushing and that baby was like, so she wanted to try another position because baby wasn't coming out. So we did that other position and I don't remember if Lou was still there.
Yeah, so you blurred some of that.
Yeah.
So while you did do that position where you're on your knees, and that would have been a great position, you got tired.
Yeah, I got
Then
that.
you
Yeah,
went
because I had to be
Right.
holding myself.
But then you went to your back. While you were on your back is when Lou was there with you.
Not on my back, my side.
You were on your back for like, you were on your back. You had just got off your knees because you were tired. So you're on your back. Lou goes there. And then you go to the side position. Lou's still there. And grandma's there with him. So I don't know if grandma took him down when she started recording, I think, or something. When the baby
She started taking pictures and recording.
Yeah. So I think she took him down when she was going to start doing the camera.
Okay.
I don't remember you
Oh,
asked her.
by the way, talking about cameras. We bought a little camera supposedly to film the whole thing. And I had the tripod and everything, cameras ready. But we didn't film anything.
What happened so fast?
It happened so fast that, we didn't film anything.
Yeah.
Just after baby was born, right? That's when you thought about it and you gave the phone to grandma or something?
No, I went, and like I said,
what
that
is
one part there where I think grandma put him down, or you said something, right? Or something. It's like, oh yeah, I haven't recorded anything. And then grandma put him down, Lou down, and Lou's still doing good. And I think at that point she got the phone. Maybe not. Maybe she did afterwards. But I just remember I was getting ready to catch Lucy, and then
Yeah, but we don't
baby's
have any
out.
good footage of anything.
I don't know. I haven't looked. I don't think we do.
No, we don't. I think just the pictures that you took afterwards when I was holding Lucy and Lou was by the side.
Yeah.
Those are okay pictures, but
So now what?
other than that,
That's
we
your
don't
birth
have
story.
anything.
The baby's out. So is there more to your birth story?
Yeah, baby came out really fast.
Uh-huh.
I remember one thing that I couldn't hold her.
Why?
I was feeling really tired. Like my arms, since I was holding myself on the bed. Like I felt like I couldn't
No, you
hold
held her first.
No, you did. Ask grandma. You did.
No. You held her first, right? And then she's on you. You're holding her. At the point I held baby,
No, I told you. I remember telling you to grab her, please, because I don't feel strong enough to be holding her.
Yeah, I didn't have her on my chest until at one point. I can't remember what it was.
Because I asked you to do it. Because I didn't feel.
Well, I don't remember what it was. It wasn't right away.
And then I got her back to feed her.
Yeah. Well, you did the birth story. There's the part where once the baby comes out, where I want to delay cord cutting, right? That's one big thing I had. And then you have to give labor to the placenta with no cord traction, because that's a big thing. So they all want to promote this cord traction. And what that is they're pulling on your umbilical cord. It's not even until like upwards of an hour that you can call it a retained placenta. So you could give it plenty of time before your body goes to the natural process of giving birth to the placenta. What they want to do is they want to get it cut quick, and they want to take this cord blood. They'll have 100 reasons, but I wonder if any of them know really why. All right. So we got no cord traction, placenta's coming out naturally. They had already cut the cord. I'm holding baby. That's right, because you're giving birth. You're getting contract. There you go. You were holding baby. Then you're starting to go through contractions for the placenta. That's when I got baby. So it wasn't immediately after. I know that. I know that for sure. You got baby right away. Because I caught baby, and then I gave you baby. And then I don't know if baby latched on right away or not.
I don't think so.
No. You're just holding her. And
that's right. That I needed to give birth to the placenta, so I gave her to you.
And then same thing. Once you have baby, they want to rub off all the terms and stuff. I don't remember them, but all the white sticky.
No, but
protection.
they didn't do this.
Yeah, they didn't do it, but same thing. Well, they didn't do it because we didn't want IV. We wanted natural birth. We want all this stuff. They're like very ready with it, and that's what they got in. Like they've experienced it before. They know what some people want, and they're not going to push it. Whether or not they'll see whether or not you're going to do that or not.
Well, one exciting thing is when I ask, "What is it?" and they say it was a girl. Yeah,
that's a big deal.
I couldn't believe it because I was expecting a boy.
Yeah, I was definitely expecting a girl. She's crying right now because she wants to eat.
She's crying.
Well, then let's get to another stopping point here. 40. This is pretty good. 45 minutes. So then, got the girl. Baby's out. That's it for the birth story, right?
Yeah.
Do we leave it there? So any other specific topic? I guess what happened afterwards and other details I want to talk about, I guess we'll talk about later.
It's going to be later.
Okay.
Okay.
Very good. Bessy
Thank you
Dressy.
for listening.
Give me a handshake. That's tough. How do I?